So let's go back to our editor. So we have all the HTML that we pasted into the single nav grid file. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see some comments. And you'll see some global variables that we can make changes to. I'm going to quickly change some of the defaults. And one thing that's important is this level 1 UL class. Now what this is this is an ID in our HTML, like of a div, that contains our navigation. So if you scroll up and look at the HTML you pasted, you can see that we have a div with an ID of menu, and inside of there are photos, portfolio friends, the navigation portion of our page. What I need to do is I'm going to delete the navigation that's there. I'm going to pay attention to this ID equals menu. I'm going to scroll back down here, and instead of nav, I'm going to put menu and hit save. If we refresh our page, you can now see that page 1 appeared in the menu area instead of all the original navigation. You can also see that our theme has picked up our content area and is now showing our page and our KPI. Now it just so happens that the HTML in this theme has a div with an ID of content. If your theme did not have a div with an ID of content, you would create one in the location on your page where you want the page to appear. Now I'm going to delete all the HTML that's inside that content because that's going to be replaced with our CenterView page. This theme also has a sidebar, which we aren't going to take advantage of in our CenterView theme. So I'm going to delete that and hit save. Okay. So I'm going to preview our dashboard, and you can see it's looking pretty good. We've got our navigation, we've got our page, our KPI, and everything seems to be working. I'm going to go back over here into Builder. One thing that we're missing is it says widget like 10 instead of the name of our dashboard. So actually what we need to do is bring open the editor again. And up here we see we've got a header that says widget like 10. Instead of that, we need to use a special template command. %%CenterView : banner %%. Okay, when CenterView sees that, I'm going to save this. When CenterView sees that template, it's going to replace that with your real banner. Okay, so you can see that we've got our typical brand new dashboard banner. Okay, so you can see that in just a few minutes we've got a template that looks completely different from the default template that comes with CenterView. It's not perfect, so let's do just a little bit of cleanup here. If we open Builder, let's open our banner. I'm going to delete some of these tags. I noticed when I was converting the template that instead of a table, the banner actually uses some H1 tags and styles those. Okay, so we're going to create an HTML block in our banner, and we're going to say h1 my dashboard. Underneath of it, we're going to start an h2 tag, but we're actually not going to type anything. Click OK. And we're going to use our banner options. We're then going to create another HTML tag and use this to close the H2. It's very important that you do not have clear CSS formatting checked in either of our HTML tags. Okay. If we refresh, we can now see that my dashboard, which is the title, appears here. And we've got our home, exit, print, and help links over here. They're kind of jammed together. We can quickly fix that. Let's see, what we need to do is we need to open our theme.csx file in an editor. I'm going to scroll to the top here, right below the start file theme CSS, and I'm going to type. Okay, well, we aren't quite sure what CSS to target to put some spacing in here. This is why I like using Firefox with Firebug. If I scroll over it with my mouse, right click and say inspect element, Firebug pops up, and you can see that we've got a div. Notice how it's highlighting our links. We've got a div with a class of banner options, and underneath of there we've got an anchor tag with each individual text link, so home, exit, print, or help. So what we need to do is we need to target this anchor. So we're going to do a div with a class of banner options and the anchor tag following it. And let's give ourselves a little bit of padding. Say 5 pixels to the left. And 5 pixels to the right. Let's save that. Refresh. Okay, and you can see now our links are a little bit more readable because we put some spacing in there. Let's make a couple more improvements. Notice how in this dashboard the colors of the graph don't quite match with the green up here. Let's open up our editor, and you'll notice a graph map base, and it has a color. Let's put a greenish color there. Save our file. And there we go. You can now see that our graph now has a greener color that looks a lot better. This tutorial is now complete. I hope you enjoyed it. For more information, please see the wiki page.